Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, I am Anjeli Putri Ranti, students from the Department of Early Childhood Education, Faculty of Education Science, Padang State University. In this video, I want to explain the assessment material about portfolios and assessment skills in early childhood. Okay guys, the first is definition of portfolio. The meaning of a portfolio in the field of education is a note or file that is used to show one's achievement. Portfolios in education are usually used by certain parties to assess a person's academic ability. Some portfolio files in the world of education, namely diplomas, report cards, academic award certificate, training certificate, course certificate, and various other files. Well, the definition of portfolio assessment is an assessment technique that is carried out by assessing the work of students in the form of a collection of assessment, work or academic or non-academic assessment, which are done or produced by students. The example of essay, poems, letter, paintings, research reports, and other. The next is portfolio recruitment. The first contains all the data that the teacher has collected while observing the child, but in the form of a checklist, anecdotal notes, and necessary work. The second, well laid out. The third is one child has one portfolio. The fourth, have a child's identity. The fifth is the data set is sorted by the date of the assessment event. The last, the portfolio can be developed by each institution. The front cover contains the child's photo and identity. The next is portfolio forms. The first, working portfolio. A work portfolio is a student's work in the form of draft, semi-finished work, and finished work that is used to monitor progress and assess how students organize or manage their learning. The second, documentary portfolio. A documentation portfolio is a collection of students' work specifically used for assessment, different from work portfolios where the collection is carried out from day to day. Portfolio documentation is a selection of the best work results of students who will be submitted in the assessment. So, this type of portfolio is a collection of a set of students' work during a certain period of time. The third, performance portfolio or show portfolio. The show portfolio is a collection of samples of the best work from KD until KD on KI4. The portfolio of each student is stored in a folder or map and given the date of collection by the educator. The next is definition of rating scale. The rating scale usually consists of a list containing the symptoms or behavioral characteristics that must be recorded in stage, so that the observer only needs to check the level at which symptoms or behavioral characteristics appear. The rating scale is a form of observation guideline used to collect individual data by classifying, assessing individual behavior or situation at certain levels. The next form is rating scale. The first is quantitative rating scale. A quantitative rating scale is a form of observation which describes aspects of the observed behavior described in a numeric or numeric scale. The letter simply marks an indication of the degree to which a characteristic is present. The second is descriptive rating scale. Descriptive assessment scale is a form of observation which describes aspects of the observed behavior described in a scale in the form of descriptive word. Here's the example observation guidelines. Descriptive rating scale. The next is grading scale with graphics. Graphical grading scales in the form of a series or continuum. A set of categories is described at specific points along the line, but the reader can mark its decision or any the place on the line. Here's the example grading scale with graphics.
Sekian penjelasan saya mengenai video pembelajaran tentang asesmen anak usia dini. Semoga bermanfaat bagi kita semua. Jangan lupa like, comment, subscribe, and share ke teman-teman yang lainnya. Terima kasih.